What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Super excited to make this video for you guys because I am going to be giving you guys 8 tips on how to reach your goals in 2023. I'm going to reach mine and I hope you will join me in reaching yours too. So let's get into the video. Alright guys, welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're clicking on this video, I'm the incredible shrinking Steffi. Subscribe to my channel, join my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight. I am down 157 pounds from my highest weight. I started my YouTube channel 2.5 years ago to finish my weight loss journey, hold myself accountable, and also to inspire all of you out there to get healthy with me. It is truly my passion to help you be successful on this weight loss journey, and that is the reason why I share everything about mine. The good, the bad, the ugly, all parts of a weight loss journey. So today I really wanted to just give you 8 tips on how to be successful, just things that I have learned, the mistakes that I've made throughout this journey, because I want to help you. So let's get into tip number 1. Now, tip number 1 seems kind of silly, but I think that's where a lot of people get hung up. Tip number 1, start. You have to start. How many times have you said, oh, I'll start on Monday, or I'll start when I'm ready. I'm just going to wait until I'm ready. If you're waiting until you're ready, you're never going to start because you're never going to be ready, because this is an ongoing process and we learn along the way and we grow in the areas that we need to grow throughout the journey. So you just have to start. You have to just stand up and say, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to research. I'm going to plan, and I'm just going to start. It's what you got to do first. You just gotta start. Tip number 2, you gotta be consistent. Consistency is everything. And that is what I have learned the most throughout this journey, is just to be consistent. And that does not mean that we're gonna be perfect. It does not mean that we're never gonna make mistakes or make the wrong choices throughout this journey. Of course we are, because we're human. We are going to make mistakes, so get that in your head. But the most important thing is just to be consistent with getting back on track. You have to consistently get back up. And that is something that I have done for the last 2.5 years, which is why I feel like I'm being successful on my journey, is because I consistently get back on track. I have had a lot of setbacks in the last 2.5 years, and a couple of them really took me down, where I was down for months. I was down, but I got back up, like I realized that I did have what it takes. I remembered my why. I remembered why I want to reach my goals. Why is this important to me, So just consistently getting back on track is so important and a really huge tip for you guys. Tip number 3, set goals. Set big goals and small goals. And I've talked about this in previous videos because it's really important to set small goals, because when you reach them, you can celebrate it. And celebrating a goal that you reached and that you worked hard for is incredibly satisfying. And so it lifts our spirits, like it motivates us and it inspires us to keep going. So I highly recommend setting your big goals, knowing where you're heading and what you need to do to get there, but also setting those small goals and rewarding yourself along the way. Buy something for yourself, not food. I don't recommend treating yourself to unhealthy food as a reward. I've done that in the past. Don't do that. But reward yourself. I rewarded myself with a new hairdo last year when I hit my, was it 60-pound goal or 50-pound goal? I don't even remember now. But I rewarded myself with a hairdo. And when I reach my goal, my ultimate goal of 174, so that I can say I've lost 200 pounds, I am going to get my very first tattoo. That is my plan, and it's going to represent my journey and what I've been through with everything that I've gone through. And I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm still playing around with it. But set those goals, reward yourself along the way, celebrate the NSVs, non-scale victories, and just have fun with it and just be excited for yourself when you reach a goal. Like when you get there, you reach a goal, don't start immediately thinking about, oh, well, I got to get to the next goal. I got to do that. Stop. Celebrate it, take it in, reward yourself, congratulate yourself, feel good about yourself, and then just keep going. Tip number 4, choose a lifestyle that you can fall in love with. I personally am in love with the keto low carb life, and it's something that I am going to be doing for the rest of my life. It makes me feel good. It works, like we want to find something that works. And I love, love, love the foods that we can eat on keto. So choosing a lifestyle that you're going to fall in love with and that you can do forever, because we're going to reach a point of maintenance, right? Like we're going to have to learn how to maintain this healthy weight and not jump back into all the, crappy carbs that we were eating, all the crappy foods that we were eating before, and then gain all the weight back, right? Like this is a journey that really truly lasts forever. So doing something that you love, that makes you happy. I have been on so many diets, so many diets that are just like, they make you feel bad. They restrict you and you feel you're starving and you just want to eat, and it makes you miss all of the foods that you used to eat because your brain is like, hey, I'm hungry, like you're restricting me. Restriction leads to binging. It does. And with keto, I do not feel restricted. I cannot have sugar because I have a sugar addiction. So removing the sugar out of my diet, I don't crave it anymore. And that's what I love about keto. So find something that you can fall in love with. Tip number 5 is a no-brainer, but it's not as simple as we want it to be sometimes. Move your body, exercise more. I am preaching to myself here, guys. I need to move my body more. I want to feel stronger. And that is something that I have learned. I lost a bunch of my weight in the beginning of this journey without exercise at all. But do I feel strong? No. My back went out. I picked up one of my kids and I got a bulging disc, and I went through so much pain with that. Oh my word. It was absolutely horrible. And it's something I'm still dealing with today. If I had gotten stronger, if I had strengthened my core, that would have never happened. So this is something that I am going to be working on in 2023. I encourage you to do it with me. Let's move our bodies more, even if it's just little by little, 5 minutes a day. Like if you don't exercise at all, do 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. We all have that. Just do something. Walk around your house, walk in place, Once the weather starts getting nicer here, I'm going to be going for my walks again. I love it. And I love the way that it makes me feel. But that's no excuse. I can do a little workout here. I can do something here. So let's not make excuses and just move our bodies more. Tip number 6, give yourself grace when you mess up, when you're human. Like I said before, we are going to mess up, so expect that, but obviously do your best not to. We want to make the right choices the majority of the time, but know that when you do mess up, you may have things going on in your life that cause you to, resort back to your old ways. And especially like if you're someone like me that has lived as an obese person your whole life, from a small child, those habits were formed at such a young age in my life that it's natural for me. It is natural for me to want to emotionally eat. It is natural for me to pick something that's unhealthy because I know it's going to give me that temporary satisfaction to make me feel better. And even after 2.5 years on this journey, I still have moments like that. It is okay. I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to know that I'm not perfect. I'm going to know that I can just get right back on track because I am strong enough. And when I'm not strong enough, I can call on Him for strength. So giving yourself grace, know that you're not perfect. You're not always going to make every single right choice, but just get right back on track and forgive yourself. Don't beat yourself up because it's just going to slow you down. Tip number 7 is one of the most important ones, and this is something I talk about every single week. Work on the mindset. Something I didn't do in the beginning of this journey. I jumped into it knowing what to do, because I've done keto in the past. I knew what foods to eat. And so I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna just lose all my weight and everything's gonna be great. No, Steffi, no, you're not. You need to work on your mindset. Super, super important. The mental part of this is so much more important than the physical. Because if I don't work on what's going on up here, I am going to end up back at almost 400 pounds. What was it that got me to that weight? What was it that caused me to eat those foods? It wasn't just a love for food. Like, yeah, I love food. I love the way it tastes. I just do. But it's not even about that, especially when I'm like in that binge mode. Like, what feelings am I feeling? What's going on in my life? That is something that we have to work on. And we have to allow where we fall down and we struggle. We have to use them as an opportunity to grow and to learn more about ourselves, what works and what doesn't. Work on the mindset as you go and grow in the areas that you need to. All right, guys, final tip Tip number 8, the most important tip in my opinion, surrender to God. That is something that I did not do, that I haven't done my entire life, which is why I have not been successful. We have to surrender our addiction. We have to surrender this journey to Him, and He will help us get through it. And it's still something that I am learning how to do every day because I am a control freak. I want to do everything myself, and I'm just not strong enough to do it by myself. But that's what's great, is because in those times that we're not strong enough and we're feeling like we can't do this and that we're just about to give up, we can call on Jesus to help us through this, and He will. That is my final tip. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and join my support group on Facebook. I will see you at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye guys.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get